Okay guys, it's Monday. It's not Monday morning already. It's just about 12 o'clock. So yeah, I took a long morning. But that's okay. Long bath. Just having everybody out the house. Yay! Me time is very important for everybody. Alright, now this afternoon I want to start on the cover. So I already was a little measuring what the measurements need to be for the cover. Now I like to explain that a little bit. For some of you ask me, how do you measure what size your cover is? Well, so I make it just a little drawing. Now this is 5.5. So let's say that this is 5.5. Alright, now I do like have that ½ inch extra, and we do need a ½ inch, but you don't have to calculate that because that is flat on the spine. But this half inch we definitely need. So we calculate that ½ inch extra with your page. That means that this is 6, but I also want to have inserts with our name things on. So I definitely want those also a ½ inch extra. So you can have your names, your words, stick them out. Alright, so I also calculate a ½ inch. So that means that ½ inch, 5.5 is 6, and a ½ inch is 6.5. And then I don't want to have these too close to all of these, so I calculate a 1/4 extra to have a little space. You can calculate also a ½ inch extra. I think it's not necessary, so a 1/4 I believe is more than enough. So that means that half, 5.5 is 6, 6.5 plus 1/4 means that I need a 6/3. A 6/3, and my chipboard is 11/5 that fits perfectly with this page because I made these pages fitting on that chipboard. So that's how I calculate my my cover. And then for the spine, we have 6 pages and I want them each one ½ inch apart from each other, and then I put a ½ inch for the cover. So this is the end cover, this is the front cover, and then in between we have the 6 pages. That means that I have a spine for 3.5. That means that my spine is going to be 3.5 by 11/5, and in centimeters that's 9 by 29.5. I hope that explains a little bit how I do my chipboard. Now I'm gonna cut out those measurements easily. Maybe I can calculate that. Put that on just one more time. So it's 6/3 by 11/5 inch, and in centimeters that's 17.3 by 29.5 centimeters. Okay. That's for the front and back cover, so you need to cut these 2. And then for the spine, it's 3.5 by 11/5 inch, and in centimeters, that's 9 by 29.5 centimeters. That's for the spine. All right, I'm gonna cut these, and I will see you in a second. Okay guys, that is done. So now we need to attach these chipboards. I'm just gonna use the same paper as I use my papers. God, it's hot. It's again hot today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my A4 pages, and as you can see, this is not wide enough. So let's see how we. Yep, we're just going to attach 2 of these and then make them fit. Okay, so let's just attach these. so now this fits nicely, but it's still too long. So I'm just gonna make a mark where I can cut this off. There we go, and now this fits wonderful. And now I need, of course, another one. So I'm gonna attach another one. So we just make the paper to be fit. There we go. Just use the tape as my guideline. So there we go. Cutting this the same size. Bottom one. There you go. And then we're going to attach these two on each other. And then this is going to be still a little wide, but we can cut all the way around. Here we go. I'm gonna try to have the same line at the same paper, the same height. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna do my best. Alright, so now my paper is long enough, but my desk is not. I guess everybody has that problem. Maybe? I don't know. So many tools right here. So many tools. Who needs them? Oh my gosh. Yeah, way too many tools. Let's move a little of my tools that I have right now. And maybe not needed 2 knives. Who needs 2 knives? Alright, that cleans up a little bit. Okay, so we have our first front piece. I'm going to glue that on. And our spine and our back cover. Now just put these on a nice amount on your papers, and then you can cut this a little shorter. Yeah, I think this will do. Alright, so I'm just going to use, yeah, you can use tape or glue. Doesn't really matter what you like to use. But it's a nice big piece of chipboard, so okay. Yes, okay, and so on with the other ones. Now, so many people also have struggles with the spine, but if you are wide enough, you let the space between these two wide enough. Now normally I do not measure, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. But I know that my space is about 4 millimeters. You can check that. and 4 or 5, but 4mm is wide enough. Okay, now because the paper needs to go nicely in there, so that's why I choose for wide enough gusset. Otherwise it's way too tight and you don't have any space that your papers fit into that in between. I hope that makes sense. Okay, last one. I'm just gonna eyeball it, but you also can measure if you want. Yes! Okay. Now, I need to burnish this down, but I'm also gonna cut just, oh my gosh, there was already some ribbon attached on it, but let me cut this a little shorter. Then I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna burnish it down. And then I'm gonna cut the corners. Okay, now there are tools where you can, let's for example, there are tools to be used for adding a nice corner. For example, this, and then you can cut on the line. You also can do that without a tool. Just leave at least 2–2.5mm away from the corner. So you don't need a tool, but you can. There are to be found. Now this one is from colorwayarts.com. I have no idea. Someone gave it to me, and sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But I always like to give you the opportunity by not always need fancy tools, but if you have them, then it would be nice to use them. Alright, so next step, what I like to do, I almost need a new roll. What I like to do is put some double-sided tape all the way around. Yep, this one is out. Grab a new one. And then this way. There you go. Okay, let's peel the first one off. Alright, now what I like to do is, if you have a bone folder, just push this against your chipboard. You also can do it with your fingers. Just lift it up and just fold it nicely against that chipboard. So it's already a nice fold line. Then I like to grab my glue. I use art glitter glue for those who would like to know. And then just put some glue on. I'm going to start in the middle And I'm just squeezing this to my body, and the tape really helps everything settle down quicker. I'm just gonna let the glue do his job. There you go. And what I also like to do is just gentle using my bone folder for the spine to have a nice line. Alright, now you also can do this with your finger as you want. Just or use your bone folder for that. Peeling off your tape. Adding some glue. Start in the middle. There you go, pinch it down. Okay, now let's go to the sides, do exactly the same, but we have that corner. What I like to do is just use your bone folder and just go around the corner. See that? That's everything. And then we're just gonna do exactly the same with the fingers or with the bone folder. Okay. Peeling off the tape. Use some glue. I think it's stuck again. Sometimes there is something inside. It will come out in a second. So I need to clean it, but I have enough glue. Alright. Go. Do the same thing with this one. Let's go to the other side, but I first need to clean up my glue. Alright, so same thing with this one. Just go around the corner. Then just fold it. Release the tape. There you go. There you go. Alright guys, next what I like to do is just grab my bone folder, then squeeze it in. Make it nice flat. Let's go to this side. There you go. Nice big. Now don't worry about this because we are going to attach. I'm glad it's not completely on here. I was not aware. I was not thinking very clear. But normally I would make sure that this I call this area would be more in the middle. But it's okay. It's just okay. Alright, so our big album cover is ready. So who wants to decorate? Yeah. So much fun. Okay, guys. What I have for the spine is not just bookbinders linen. It's fabric. Yeah. I'm going to use this fluffy I call this fabric, and I already regret because everything is already floating in my nose. But I do, when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, I want to try this for a spine. I think that will look amazing. Oh my gosh, nice winter, at least I hope. But first I like to add some papers. And I was struggling a little bit with the papers. Do I want to have mint? Do I want to have blue? Do I want to have pink? And this has it all. So I even have another leftover piece. So I just love this too much to ignore. But because I also want to use this or this image. So how the mint is also very, very beautiful to use, but I already have my flower bouquet ready with pink. So I'm gonna go, oh my nose is itchy. I'm still go with my first thought that I want to use this beautiful little girl in pink. So let's do that. So yeah, we do have one sheet needed. Now you can choose if you want to have it this direction, but I think then the album looks long. But if we're going to use it this direction, it makes it wider, if that makes sense. Alright, now I put this already on and I made some marks to where a little bit this needs to go. So I'm gonna go a little, I think if I'm just gonna split this in half, that will do. Then I don't have to, then I'll be sure that I have it on the right spot. Let's see. Yep, just split this in half and then you will be okay. There we go. And of course we need to make this nice fitting. There we go. And then this should fit. Yep. So that's my first start. I'm just going to smooch my edges and I'm going to glue it on. Then I'm ready to see what we can do with the fabric. Okay guys, now that is ready. Now let's see. What I did is I put on some tape on the corners and one in the middle just to have some extra. I think if I'm gonna use tape, that will not hold. Fabric and tape, especially when it's a, oh god, my nose is itchy. Oh my goodness. With all the, okay. So I want to use it. So I'm gonna use fabric glue, and I know. Oh my gosh, I can imagine if I cut these all for you guys. Oh, I think I'm gonna need a mask. fish mask to do that. Alright, so I'm gonna use fabric glue, and you don't have to buy expensive one. There are, I know, especially in Europe, there are Actions that also have good fabric glue. So, but yeah, you can use anything. Just try it out. See what's best for you to use. But I'm gonna use fabric tack. See how that works. I hope it does. Works like a charm. I have no clue. So what I'm gonna start, I'm just gonna start on top. I'm gonna release a bit of the tape. Shall I release everything? I don't know what's best. So I'm gonna glue on the cover. You will need muscles right here. Can you also use hot glue? Well, if it's a hot glue that's not quick dry, then I think you can. Yes, why not? But make sure that you put it fast on, because otherwise you get those ugly bubbles that the glue is too fast. Now let's see, I do have a little bit, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. Because this is not that quick dry, but still. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just gonna lift it up, and I'm continuing with doing this. Alright, yeah, this takes some time, but I do have all the time in the world. So yeah, I really think I have a cramp later on, but I think it's worth it. So I'm gonna continuing doing this, and bit by bit, and then I let it dry. And it's nice just before my lunch break that I can leave this nicely to dry. Alright, I will see you back in a sec. This really takes too long for you guys. Yeah, and then I just roughed it a bit up so it's nice and fluffy. Of course the glue still needs to dry a little bit, but yeah, I really think it worked. Very nice. I think. Nice fluffy spine. I like it. Yeah, I really do. Cool. Alright, so I always like to have some ribbons. Keep it all in its place. For example, to have this on it, it keeps it also all a little bit better on its place. So I'm gonna do that. I think with the pink. I just love the pink. Love it, love it, love it, love it. You also can do a few if you want. Also can use 2 to have it a little wider. Totally up to you, whatever you want. Put these together, but I'm gonna see what exactly. You also can use a piece of paper. Let's say, for example, this brown one also is very nice to use as an extra strip. Let's see, not too wide, but a nice extra strip, something like that. Always nice to have some extra, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna see what we're gonna do. Okay guys, so what I did is 2 ribbons and that small dark one to give a nice contrast. So what I did first, I started with the beige ribbon, then the pink, and then the brown. So you like to do that together. So first what I did is add some tape on all 3 of them. Now let's see how I can peel this off. Go. Now I also used some glue, fabric glue, to give it all just that extra stability. To keep it on its place, especially fabric on fabric. Alright, so now I'm just gonna add a little over the edge, so the edges are nicely covered up, and then just put the leftover underneath. Okay, I'm gonna do the same with the pink. Also some extra glue. There we go. I'm just overlapping this also, just a little. Alright, the other side, fold it over. And then I have the brown piece. Also added some tape on, and also some glue, because it's fabric on paper, or paper on fabric. And this I also like to overlap. A little bit. Alright, so that's that. There you go. You like it? Do you like it? I do like it. Now you can decide if you want to have your fabric moving downwards or upwards. It's totally up to you what you like best. I think I like it this way. Alright, so yeah, and the rest we are going to decorate later when everything is done, but for now, what do you think? Like it? I like it. I'm gonna grab the pages just to see it all a little bit better. Wow, we definitely have a nice big album. Yes, cool. As you can see now, we have that 1/2 inch space left here and that 1/2 inch space left right here. So yes, okay, now I'm gonna have my lunch break and I'll see you after that. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, welcome back. So let's make the bindings. But first, before we're gonna do that, I like to cover this up better than it already has. So what I do first is put some double-sided tape. If you want, I highly can recommend this. But if you want to use only glue, then that's totally fine. By the way, my cold is still not gone. I do have that ugly frog in my throat, but let's hope it will get over it soon enough. Because next Thursday I will have that trip to Prague, and I hope then that I got rid of it. But I guess that will be in a 3 days time not be possible. So for those who are in my same cabinet to sleep, folks, I'm so sorry, but I do have still the cold. Alright, so now I'm gonna remove the tape, and I am gonna try to accomplish that, yeah, it will be not interfere in the middle. So yeah, let's put, oh my gosh, my lunch break was not that long, but I forgot to close this down, and it always is getting stuck, of course. Oh, by the way, yeah, I am gonna do that. Well, I was thinking maybe I want a closure or something, but then it should be, well, do you know what? I'm just gonna add this piece of paper in the middle, that I always can change my mind for something. And that something is, maybe I want to add a closure, maybe not. I always like to see how everything went, because if an album is wide enough, so I'm just gonna place this in the middle, so I always can put papers on the other end. Alright, so let's do only this. So what was I saying? Yeah, sometimes I want to do a closure, sometimes I don't. Depends. This is quite a big album, and I don't think it's getting too thick. But sometimes a closure is nice. Just a decoration or something. It is nice, even on a big album. Alright, so now we just burnish this down. Make sure the glue is nicely attached everywhere. And now I'm going to tell you why that tape was important, because now it's stiff. So grab your bone folder and just go easy in these openings. See, because the paper is now going to get inside that opening. So that is why we do need to have space in between those chipboards. Yeah, that's the reason. And why I add tape, that's because it's getting more steady than only glue. Trust me, it is. See now? The glue is nicely attached in these corners. It is perfect. Yeah. Love it. So now we go to the spine. Okay guys, go with the flow. Nah, just a little. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a piece of paper that will fit on my page. So, it definitely needs to fit on this page, because this is the tunnel one. So everything will need to fit over the tunnel. So if that makes sense, we're gonna make the same size as the tunnel page. And you can measure that, but I always like to have just a fold line. Alright, now we need 6 pages, so I don't think that we can manage it with one. So I'm gonna cut right away 2 same pages. Here we go. Okay, now put this away. Let's bring back our scoreboard. Alright, now let's see if we can manage this. I'm not gonna prepare everything, just go with the flow. So I'm gonna start with my page number 1. Sometimes it's easier to draw it to explain things. So we have 6 pages, okay, and that means that we are going to make 1 hinge. Well, this is not 1 hinge. Yep, it is actually. So here is going to be attached page 1, and here is going to attach page 2. No, page 1 and page 6. Oh my gosh. So the first and the last page is going to be attached right here. So we're going to make that stack the deck binding system, which I love. And then number 2 is going to be the next layer. This is going to be page 4, page 2 and 4. And then our last piece is going to be for our page 3 and 4. So this is a little bit how I can explain it the best way, the best possible way, in my opinion. So this is not a cake with candles, but so we're gonna make the first layer, that's for the first page and the last page, and we're gonna attach this amount of paper. And then the next layer is for page 2 and 5, and then the last layer is for page 3 and 4, and that we all gonna attach on each other, and then we have a nice binding system. So that's what we're gonna make. All right. Okay, so stay with me. Ta-ta-da-da. No. Alright, so what we need for the first is to have that ½ inch right here. Okay, so let's do that. ½ inch. And we do have that extra ½ inch. So that's our next ½ inch. Okay, and now we need to calculate what size this is. Okay, so you can easily calculate that because this is half, 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 half. So that's 1, 2, 2.5 would be enough. So our next score line is the next 2.5. So that's 1, 2, 2.5. That would be enough. Okay, and then we need to have another 1/2 inch for this one. This is a 1/2 inch. Okay, and now our last one, we just can cut off that 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and this you can calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a half is 2.5 inch. And then another 1/2 inch score, and then we're going to cut that last one. Okay, so we're going to cut the last one. There you go. That's layer 1. Okay, cool. Next one, can we do that with this one? I don't know, just in case. I'm just going to grab my next one. Alright, so we're going to start with the second layer. And again, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. That means 1/2 inch score line and another score line. And now we can calculate what this needs to be in between. So that's 1, 2, 3 times a 1/2 inch. That means that's a 1.5 inch. So that's 1.5 inch. And then of course we do need these two. Again, 1/2 inch, and the last one we can cut it down. Okay, so that's our second layer. And now for the last layer we can use this small piece. Again, 1/2 inch, another 1/2 inch. And then for the last one it's very simple because we only need a 1/2 inch. And then again that 2 times 1/2 inch. So this is our last one. So yeah, the last one did go really fast, but you need 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Yeah, that's it. Now I only was thinking normally, actually I did forgot, normally I do my hinges for the inside a full inch, but now I did a 1/2 inch because it's a small page and it's not that thick, so I think a 1/2 inch will do. At least I hope. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so let's fold it all. So we are going to fold everything down. Just take your time, because if you are scoring this not straight, then your pages are also not going to be straight. So I'm not going to rush this. No, I'm just going to take my time to make sure every fold line is nice attached. Nice big pages. There we go. And the last one. There we go. Yes. Okay. Now what we can do, we can attach these on each other, so it makes sense a little bit more, maybe. I hope. Well, we also can add some tape on it already if you want, but let me attach this first. So the meaning is that this is going to be on here, as you can see that, and then we want to have this nicely in the middle, and we can, if you just give this a nice good look. Let me attach some double-sided tape. Here we go. Another layer. And the last one. Okay, with this one I'm just gonna peel the half of it to see if we can do that this way. So the bottom is to move around to make sure. I'm just going to eyeball this nicely in the middle. You also can make a drawing line. Here we go. Plunge it down. Yeah, okay. Now the next one is a little bit tricky because you can't fold it flat as this one. So for this one I do like have a little tiny recognition. Here we go. Alright, so put some tape on the middle strip. There we go. With this one I am also going to do that. So I'm going to fold one side. I think I'm just going to cover up my little mark. This is not going to work. I need to give it a little more. Alright, again, just take your time guys for this one. Take your time. Just going to cover up my pencil mark right here at the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same at the top. And this is straight, you just can hold it down, peel it off. And again, place it a little bit on its spot. And then I assume that this spot right here is also 1/2 inch. Yeah. Alright, so this is how it looks like. Alright, so you have 6 pages. Next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add tape. And if I'm going to add tape, I like this as close as I can, as far as I can go away from the fold line. So I want to have this tape on the edge as far as I can be from the fold line. That's the best way I can express myself. You don't want to have any tape sticking under your page. You don't want that. Alright, so I'm just going to add all my tape, front and back. Till I am completely done, of course. Go. One last one. Yes, okay. There you go. Alright, next step, what I like to do, polish it down of course, always better. Next what I like to do is cut some small corners. You don't need these to have straight. And it's easier if you do have these little corners, but only cut the first ½ inch, not the second one. Alright, so that makes sense. I'm going to show you, see, only the ½ inch, not the second one, only the one with the tape. There we go. Next, what I like to do first, before I'm even gonna glue this inside, but you can add already some tape if you like. But what I like to do is cover up the other ½ inch area with nice design paper. It's easier to do that now than when it's already in the album. So just use your leftover pieces or your little strips that you have left. But use a paper that you like to use because we still have plenty to use. And let's just cover up those nice little hinges. So everything that you see right here and the back and the bottom, and I think I even gonna add one in the middle, so that's 3 here, 6, 9, 12, 15 and 1 here. So there are 16 strips that I like to use. So when I'm done with that, I'll come back to you. Yeah. Try to cut your strips smaller, of course, than a ½ inch, otherwise it's way too thick. So cut them, let's say a 3/8 will do. Alright? Cool. Okay guys, this took a while, but I must confess that I managed to look at the pages that I have. So I must confess that I did manage the same colors. The next one is the blue one. I used these two and then the mint, and then the pink again. See, and then the blue, and then the mint again, and the last page is also the mint. So yeah, I did try to keep up the pages colors, but this is how it ends my stack the deck bookbinder, stack the deck binder system. So yeah, shall we add it in the page? And for this one also, I think we can eyeball it, but to keep it straight, I'm just gonna make with this one too a mark. Half inch, half inch. See, my finger is completely dirty from all the smooching. And half inch. So these are my guidelines. I think I only need these. And then, yep, if you can see that. I just barely like to see them, and then I have them nicely in the middle. I'm gonna try to be same heights from the bottom and the bottom and the top too. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. I always am a little nervous when I do this, because yeah, if it's not straight, then it can ruin the complete album. So yeah, this is just crucial. So just take your time to do this. Add some extra glue on. I just highly can recommend that. Not too much, but and it's such nice weather for October. It's so lovely. Yesterday we went biking again, just to breathe the nice air. Yep, and then I can push it down when I am satisfied that everything is on the correct spot. I'm gonna burnish it down till the glue is dry. Here we go. Let it nice dry, and if you have anything that comes under, let's just try to wipe it out right away. Can't get rid of it. It's just my throat is squeezing. Well, at least I am starting, and it's way too late that I started it with. I do have some, I call that an air puffer thing for guys who have asthma. Well, I have half asthma. So I should have started that right away when I told you guys that I catch the cold. I should have done that earlier, but last night I was so much needed to cough so much. And then I was thinking, why not use my puffer? Too late. Well, anyways, oh, now comes the good part. We can add the pages. So cool. Okay. Okay, so I always like to start at the last page. I don't know why, but I just always like to do that. So, peel off one side. Add some extra, don't too much, just slightly add some extra glue on. You never know if your tape is going to dry out. Oh, I'm so nervous. I always am. Okay, move this over your hinge this way. Yep, here we go. And what I like to do is stay 1 or 2 millimeters away from the fold line. That's why I told you not to put your tape too close to the fold line. So that's why. All right, I'm just gonna push the glue nicely to the tape. And then I go to this side. Just gently lift it up, and I'm hanging with my head completely where I can watch a little in this gap, and then I'm just gonna peel this off, and I'm still lifting it up. And if you have a glue with a small end, then this would be the perfect bottle for you to add a little extra glue inside. Not squeeze too much, just a little. Here I already losing some. It's better not to have anything off, but that's why just a little amount of glue, just a little, not too much. Okay, and this we are going to do 6 times, 6 pages. Just take your time, grab a glass of coffee or tea or soda or water, lemonade, whatever. Just take your time for this. I'm gonna do 1 page together with you. So that's this one. Peel off. Add a small amount of glue on the tape. No further than the tape. Grab your next album, next page. Okay, and if it's on the right spot, push it down. Then go to the other side, lift it up. Peel it off and add some extra small amount of glue. And the other 4 pages are going to be exactly the same, of course. There you go. Yay! Okay, let's do the others. Yeah. And when everything is inside, it looks like this when it's completely, in my opinion, pretty flat. So Yeah, what do you think? I need to let it dry, of course, but oh my gosh, look at this. So pretty. Super cute. Super cute when you open this up later when all these quotes are. See? Did you see that first? Oh, wow. I'm super excited. But for me it's time to cook dinner for my family, and I will see you maybe tonight and otherwise tomorrow morning. Bye bye.